The gentleman from Texas, Mr. Sessions, is recognized for 1 hour.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. For the purpose of debate only, I yield the customary 30 minutes to my dear friend, the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Hastings.
Without objection.
Pending which I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized for as much time as he wishes to use.
During consideration of this resolution, all time is yielded for the purpose of debate only. Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days and extend their remarks.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Speaker, House Resolution 629 provides for a structured rule for consideration of H.R. 4413. This rule makes in order 8 amendments which provide the opportunity for members of the minority and the majority to participate in this debate. The legislation before us today reauthorizes the Community Futures Trading Commission, known as the CFTC, through fiscal year 2018, and makes important reforms to promote market stability and to protect end users from unnecessary regulations. Most of all, Mr. Speaker, we're here because we want to learn from the past, be prepared for the future, and to allow this organization to be as adapt as it needs to be to produce better decisions and better outcomes in the future. And that is why Republicans are here today. And this bipartisan bill out of the Agriculture Committee does exactly that. Over the past 20 years, financial services companies have started to employ financial derivatives, historically used by farmers, ranchers, and utility co-ops to manage risk as new types of investment vehicles. They are a part of the day-to-day life of many millions of people across this country that help us to not only get better prices, but to be able to hedge against the uncertainty. Today, the derivatives marketplace represents trillions of dollars worth of futures contracts, swaps, and other similar financial instruments. In response to the incredible growth of the derivatives market, the CFTC has promulgated rules and regulations designed to promote fairness and stability through the economy in relationship to this activity. Unfortunately, regulations have been written so broadly and with such inconsistency that many end users, such as farmers, ranchers, manufacturers, and municipal utility companies that rely on these contracts for the delivery of critical grain and natural gas, are forced to comply with rules intended for sophisticated investment firms rather than the instruments of which they rely and use for their own trading and commodity work. Such blind enforcement of the law is not fair nor efficient, and unnecessarily punishes small businesses that are trying to effectively manage their risk. Simply put, as a direct result of the CFTC's regulations, American families are paying more for everything from a box of cereal to a new dishwasher, to their monthly and energy bills also. In recognition of this fact, H.R. 4413 exempts end users from these regulations to restore fairness, to promote American companies, and to give them flexibility that they need to run their day-to-day operations and to protect consumers from unnecessary price increases. Mr. Speaker, this bill has been well understood by the Agriculture Committee on a bipartisan basis all the way to the top on both sides of the committee. There is an agreement about how to move forward with effectiveness, with efficiency, and to allow those end users to be able to have the market strategies available to them, to hedge their own risk, and to understand the things that are in their own natural best interest, and that is stability of prices, a marketplace that they understand, and perhaps more importantly, one which keeps American jobs in America, and secondly, that allows Americans to be able to invest in America from American-made products to American-made users. So what we're here to do today is to bring this common sense piece of legislation to the floor on behalf of a bipartisan large group of members. It's common sense, it's pro-business, it promotes appropriate regulations of our nation's derivatives market. It is well thought through, and what this will allow is this House to be able to get on record, put themselves to where they can then go to a conference to meet with the Senate if they believe it's the right thing to do, and move forward to make the CFTC even better than what it was today, based upon the history and based upon where it wants to go. The discussion we had at the Rules Committee was very uplifting on a bipartisan basis, and I believe the effort that we're going to bring together today with that legislation means that we can vote not only yes, but have confidence that we have made better the things which we touch today. Mr. Speaker, I urge my colleagues to support the rule and the underlying legislation, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Texas reserves his time. The gentleman